Hey there, this is a build centered around snapshotting on-shot damage boosts into other drone underbarrels. Its original concept was made and used on Vex by the user Katchenz, who I met on Girthquake's Discord server, so full credits go to them for the original idea surrounding all of this. Since then, Iserod, Katchenz, Nepta and I have tested and figured out more things and options that work or don't work for this. In this game, there are on-shot damage boosts and on-hit damage boosts. Here we are grabbing as much of the former as we can to then snapshot it into our drones, making their base numbers very strong, which will then be further scaled by the on-hit modifiers. Vex has a decently potent formula for this sort of thing, due to the presence of Bloodshot and the ways to passively boost it. Added to that, we have Imp and other on-shot effects, like Enhancement Gun Damage and Torg Head Ringer. In essence, this build also doubles down as a serious underbarrel build. With the right setup, you can somewhat spam tasers and also use other very strong underbarrels amped up by Bloodshot, so you do have a seriously potent fallback in case the drone memes are not to your tastes. This build is also featured as a written guide on the Mobalytics website. There you can find further breakdowns of its mechanics and interactions, and it will always be the most up-to-date version of it. Links will be in the description and pinned comment. So let's move on to our skill tree. Here in Green Tree, we have a simple idea. Stack up passive damage boosts since the drones are not excellent at triggering kill skills through Mortal Terror, and then add Bloodshot to that as an unshot damage boost, which will turn our drones into amped skill damage drones that will get crit chance from both Target Prescience and Keen Mind. On top of that, we stack up on Blood is Power as a bonus element that will apply to the drones. Furthermore, Ars Arcana will be boosting the damage of the drones since they are now skill damage because of Bloodshot. We also have Bleed, but it's not doing anything wildly illegal here. While it does get some crits, it won't spiral out of control, so it's just adding some nice damage over time for us. Here on Red Tree, we max Enchantment since it will benefit from Bloodshot and our other unshot boosts. If you prefer less reliance on action skill uptime, you can put these points into Blood is Magic instead, which will also act as an overall damage boost. In Blue Tree, I considered Fell Inscriptions for the max health boost to Bloodshot. However, it did not feel as impactful as grabbing Enchantment on Red Tree. You can experiment with this if you so wish. Honestly, the final damage difference should not be insanely different. For our specializations, we're grabbing everything that will directly or indirectly boost our Bloodshot and drone damage, alongside our other underbarrel damage. Starting with Bullet Train. The gun damage from Bullet Train applies on hit, meaning we can shoot out a drone and stay on the move to guarantee it some increased gun damage. Adding to that, we have I Am a Gun, which will feed back half of any on-hit gun damage we get from other sources as action skill damage. This will further boost Bloodshot since it is transforming our drones into skill damage. A Honed Mind is our next pick, since the crit chance will apply to the Bloodshot drones as will the extra critical damage. The final choice is between the Best Defense and Riddle You This. If you want more front-loaded damage, go with the Best Defense. If you want a higher peak, Riddle You This is the choice. As for our weapons and gear, for the drones, the weapons we care about are Order Assault Rifles with the Killer Drone Underbarrel. Ideally, look for a Torg licensed part alongside it, so you can use the Head Ringer enhancement we have here. You also have other underbarrel options in the form of tasers, knife launchers, spread launchers, or even the Oscar mic, and any other decent underbarrels you find like the Tri-Beams from Maliwan. The Vladov taser underbarrels can be boosted a lot by the appropriate Vladov enhancement and also have their cooldown significantly reduced. For our rep kit, the main rep kit of choice here is the triple bypass with Amp. I know, shocking, but due to the high amount of one-shot boosts this provides to increase our underbarrel damage, it is just also being snapshotted into the drone, so there's not really any avoiding it here. For our ordnance, you certainly want something that can deal with vile crystal enemies, which are a big weakness of the drones. Slippy is a staple choice for me in this regard. For bossing though, I enjoy Shokunai because it's a way to add extra on-hit damage for our drones or taser ticks after they're released through Bullet Train. Our class mode of choice, of course, is the staple choice Teen Witch that just gets excellent general purpose use, be it for mobbing or bossing. In this case, it is sustaining our imp and just protecting our blood's power from deactivating. In theory, a +5 Bloodshot Undead Eye paired with Timekeeper's new shield could result in potentially higher numbers, but it has less general applicability than Teen Witch and does not sustain Blood's power as well. It also has a sort of dead roll in the form of sniper damage for this. For our shield, the shield of choice here is any triple imp shield, of which I have here the What's for Dinner, but really any can work. The bonus shock element from this shield does apply to the drones, but it will not add up that massively. As for our enhancements, for the drones, we definitely want a Torg Headringer enhancement. The God Roll purple for this would be gun damage, assault rifle damage, and weapon or assault rifle equip speed. All the damage boosts here are on-shot damage boosts that will get snapshotted into our drones. For the tasers though, you definitely want a Vladov enhancement, the ones that boost underbarrel damage and reduce underbarrel cooldown. For our firmware, I settled for 3 out of 3 Baker for that bit of extra health further scaling our bloodshot. Paired with it, I have 2 out of 3 high caliber for the unshot gun damage boost it has. The drone shots don't seem to get any extra effects at 3 out of 3 high caliber, so I just skipped that. Well, and how do I play this? It's quite simple, but also a bit mechanically involved. You can mix up your underbarrel weapons or focus mainly on the drones. If you focus on the drones, stagger your summons of them for mobbing so that you don't constantly run out. Once you get used to it, you almost always have a drone out. The loop we're going for is as follows. Use a rep kit to trigger Bloodshot, then shoot out a drone. Let it do its job for a while until it self-destructs or gets limited by its AI, then repeat with one of your drones that aren't on cooldown. Bossing with them can be tricky sometimes, and not all bosses will be very receptive of simply being spammed to death because of the drone's AI. You might need to summon them a little more intelligently or staggered, especially if it's a boss that flies, since the drones tend to dislike those. You always have the tasers and other underbarrels as backups or even primary options to mix with the drones, so you should be covered. And that's it for this one. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, and make sure to check the Mobalytics written guide for more details. Have a nice day, and thank you for watching.
I can smell your fear from here. So easy. That's not weak.